This is a very rare aircraft for the Watifians. This is a Bell MV-22 Osprey, MV-22M Osprey. This is a very secretive aircraft. This is a Black Ops Osprey used by the Ministry of Intelligence, which is a subdirectorate of the Ministry of Secrets, and which also includes the Ministry of Embassies and Diplomatic Protection. Now, across Africa and the Middle East, the Watifians have embassies. And if something kicks off and the embassy needs to be evacuated, this squadron is used to do that. It's also used for special operations and various off-the-books operations. Now, this kit is the wonderful Hasegawa kit. And I have had an absolute nightmare with the painting and decals of this kit. I wanted to do it in the colours of the Night Stalkers, which is this NATO black, sort of dark, very dark colour, but it's not quite the same black as is on the rotors. This is, of course, a tilt rotor aircraft. And the black has caused me no end of problems because it's kind of gone really weird. It doesn't do justice to the model, I don't think. And when I went to put the transfers on, I found that actually the transfers that the Hasegawa kit comes with, which are absolutely lovely, didn't show up at all on the model because they were the same colour as the black, particularly the walkways. So I had to paint the walkways Valley Ho olive drab. Now, the kit itself is a really nicely detailed kit, and it is a really nice aircraft. I think the Osprey, my armed forces don't really use the Osprey. The only reason they've got these Ospreys in service is because when they wanted to start the production for the XC-142 series, the Mongoose, the Americans said, well, you can't build a rival to our products. You need to buy 12 to 14 of them. So they had to buy 12 to 14 of them. 9 are in active service with the embassy protection teams. And it is a perfect aircraft for that role because it can take special forces directly to any embassy which is under attack. It's got in-flight refueling capability, it's fitted with countermeasures and everything like that. And it's got enough capacity to evacuate embassy staff and or drop in special forces to protect the embassies and to do covert stuff. And, well, who knows, it's the Malagasys, it could be the Americans. So that is the idea behind these aircraft, and that is why they've put them into service in that Ministry of Intelligence role, which is, like I said, part of the Ministry of Secrets, and they're all subdivided. Now, there's a really interesting thing with the Osprey because the Osprey looks really sleek, it looks really modern. The XC-142 series looks really old, really boxy. But believe it or not, the XC-142 series was faster. The XC-142 series also has a much easier to load cargo rear ramp, and the pallets don't need to be broken up. So payload wise, the Osprey is kind of varies. So some people say the Osprey can carry £20,000 internally, others say it can carry £10,000 internally, like the US Air Force say £10,000 internally, and that is pretty much the same as the XC-142. Slightly more in the Osprey, but what I find really interesting in the Osprey is that actually it's a lot smaller in terms of cargo box than the XC-142. And I did the measurements the other day, and the rear ramp is smaller, the access to the compartment is smaller, and the compartment doesn't run all the way, it actually stops here. There's a compartment here, and then you've got the flight deck, and your actual cargo compartment runs there. So it can take 463 military 463 pallets, half pallets, whereas the XC-142 series can take 4 whole pallets. So the XC-142 for the Malagasys is what they wanted, and they've had to buy some of these, like I said, because when you are dealing with the rules-based actors, you have to follow their rules-based rules. which normally involves money. But anyway, here is the Osprey. Let me know what you think. Lovely kit. Not the best finish I've ever achieved on a model. I did intend for the canopy to be a different shade of black because I've tried to do bits of it in different shades to kind of pick out that, you know, rugged side of it. But I quite like it. It's a Special Forces aircraft. It's a off-the-book operation aircraft. It's an embassy rescue aircraft. Not part of the main fleet, but part of the Special Forces world. Take care. Goodbye.